Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Reus. My name's Bear. Last time we played, we had the exact same development achievements up here on the listing that we had the time before, because last time was a failure of the utmost highest scale proportions. And I'm so used to having a little bit of time to describe the situation that I forgot to start off immediately, losing a precious 30 seconds in the process. How could I do such a terrible thing? Things will be alright, though. We're going to create the ocean a little bit farther away than that right now. So, things we learned from last time, because as we all know, Reus is just about learning about stuff until you feel like a lot less of a failure than you did the first time. Honestly, though, I feel like I've learned quite a bit since we started off here, too. I'm starting to put the pieces together. I had no idea about, like, the building benefits you get from the transmutations and the symbiosis. I'm learning all about that stuff too. I'm starting to kind of memorize quite a few of these, actually, just for things that we get to know that happen quite frequently. Lame Cliff Tribe, they really like that lame prefix, don't they? But anyway, now that we've started off anew here, I just want to focus on what we need to get done to get at least one of these elusive achievements done here. The Desert Village with 300 Prosperity, I think, is the most likely one. I think I'll probably go for just a couple more, just out of the benefit of having such a large city. I might go for the one with 50 of each resource as well, considering I'll probably be trying for that anyway. Plus 15 wealth for each mineral, so the obvious choice here is just to put another source of quartz right next to the other one. That way they'll have the symbiosis bonus and already have a ton of wealth going through, which means I should probably put down some exotic animals just to start off with here, considering they already have danger that's a possibility of arising in this situation. I'm going to put it right next to the existing thing just so they get that benefit from whatever we created in there anyway. Doing the same thing over here, I'm going to put down some fruit and get it right next to the water so these guys will settle in that spot. And I'm actually going to bring this guy over here and create another ocean way on the other side, just in case I feel like creating some more area in that general vicinity. Now these guys are easily going to complete this project quite rapidly. I'm considering putting down yet another mineral source, although I know that we really need to get these guys some danger quite soon in their lives. We've got these exotic animals here. I'm going to be going for the predator aspect, which I believe comes from a desert ambassador, so I'm going to go ahead and take that first and foremost, just considering it gives me the biggest bonus when I'm trying to create a sense of control around just about every single village that we're going to have going down here. So this is finished already. I'm going to go ahead and pick up that ambassador and immediately put down a predator aspect on these exotic animals here. In fact, I'm going to put down the other source of exotic animals first just so we can get a symbiosis bonus going instantly as soon as we get this here. Very good. Predator aspect goes down. I'm actually going to be able to build this up into a potent predator aspect because you'll see that this is a fertile patch right there. And we're going to be able to transmute that as soon as we have an exotic aspect, which comes from the Forest Ambassador, which is indeed going to be the next thing we get, so that'll work out just fine. Now, the Ocean Giant has created another ocean patch right here. I'm going to have him do it one more further over just so we can get that one wasteland patch covered into an ocean water thing. And we're going to create one more source of exotic animals over here just because we're already in the area for that. I think this is empty, although, oh, it's got 2 danger on this patch already. That's interesting. They don't reach that just yet. I'm wondering why that already exists. That's very weird. But regardless, here we go. We got another exotic animal over here, and now I'm finally going to create a swamp over here in this area. Probably just going to make this one giant swamp, considering that's going to be pretty easy to handle. And then I'm going to go ahead and plant a forest over here. That way we've utilized every single last patch of available land here for these particular towns to settle. I should use the next nomad to create a swamp territory. These guys are getting a little bit greedy, but they've got just enough danger to where they're not going to get any greedier than they are right now. It's not growing because they're too busy fighting danger, so that's perfect. Although, actually, that might not be a very good thing. Oh, no, yeah, they are still collecting resources. I thought that was what they were actually talking about, so we're all good in that respect. Now, planting some herbs. Actually, I'm going to start off with exotic animals over here, too, because why not? I feel like the exotic animals are just a good idea in general. To get things moving along as far as the resources and danger levels are concerned. We're going to have domestic animals planted down here so these guys can get a little bit more food. As you'll see, they get a massive food bonus for each animal within the borders, so if we can get them to expand their borders past this one ocean tile, that'll be genuinely awesome. Marvel Cliff has settled. What a great name for a town. +2 wealth and +1 animal range of next to elderberry. I think we can accommodate for that. Let's bring this guy over here. I think if I plant this down right there, that may give me a symbiosis, and I'll probably turn these into iguanas or otters, depending on what we need. School challenge. Each plant. Very good. Domestic animals going down over here for Treeport. Should get this granary going. I'll probably have to plant just one more domestic animal source right next to the building itself, although I think they might expand their borders soon enough, but I'm not even going to worry about waiting for that. Growth aspect doesn't actually do anything for these guys, so there's no point in putting it down. It gets +1 animal range for each other mackerel within the animal range. Probably just going to want to go ahead and upgrade that to something else as soon as I get the opportunity. Now, these elderberries are good for the symbiosis rather here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that be as it is, waiting for the fruit plant option to pop up again and putting down more domestic critters over yonder. In the meantime, I think I've got plenty of room to create another desert area, so let's go ahead and put down some advanced minerals over here, see what we can create over in the second desert patch. I'm going to go ahead and create another giant swamp over here just to utilize the land as best I can, and things will be looking good. This school is getting up there. Need a little bit more technology, so I think all I need to do is put down another fruit plant right there, and that should be good to go. Dark Castle has settled right over here. It was very quick, actually. I'm glad that these things are picking up real fast. And now things are looking good. The granary should be able to finish itself in good time. I'm not going to give them any more food because I'd like to keep their greed levels at a minimum, especially when we're starting off here right in the beginning stages. I'm going to go ahead and put down some exotic animals right here so that whenever they decide to, they can start off another village. The Shrine Challenge has started. We're trying to move things pretty quickly here. They need food and wealth. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not a good project for these guys. They need something that can utilize tech, and I'm going to try to get these balanced out so they're not using the same amount of things. I'm guessing these guys will have a project that requires them to have more wealth in use than a neighbor. So let's see if that is indeed the case. The Shrine Challenge has failed, as is the plan. The school should have just enough to get things going, and I'm going to go ahead and call it good, waiting around for things to develop as they will. Let's put another mackerel down there just so we can get things moving along for their growth in the ocean tiles. Obviously, we get the food bonus as a result of that. Okay, the Forest Ambassador. I gotta think about this again. I think the exotic aspect, yeah, that was the one I wanted. So we'll go ahead and grab him with the Rock Giant. Very good. Now we've got another nomad that'll be settling that swamp tile very soon. I'm going to be short on forest ambassadors unless I create another forest town over here, so I'll go ahead and plant some fruit over there just as a precaution to when I'll eventually need to get these ambassadors moving forward again. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there, actually. It's probably a better spot for it. And yeah, things are looking pretty good right now. We've got a well-balanced world. We've got a lot of order to this. This actually looks like an almost perfectly symmetrical place. That was almost entirely unintentional, but I like the look of things. I think this ocean might be a little bit farther away. Well, it's one tile bigger, so that's probably what happened. Okay, the school is complete, which is over in the swamp, I believe. We're going to give the swamp ambassador to the ocean giant, perhaps? I'll give him the herd aspect, and that has been good for me before. Let's see what other possibilities we have. Can't give it to him. I don't think... Oh, yeah, we can give it to him, but that just gives him the patch movement. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to the ocean giant. Red Shire tribe has settled over here in the forest, so that's alright. I'm cool with having a second forest before we have the swamp. They'll certainly start up another project soon. These guys should probably start up another project as well. Looking to transmute these things, perhaps with the Noble or Crystal at some point, although their symbiosis is good for the way it is right now. Shrine Challenge has started over here for these guys. That's a good thing for them to do. Animals within the borders are what we need, so we'll go ahead and bring the Ocean Giant over here, and he can do a herd aspect on a couple things to get them really boosted up into the good stuff. Alright, another big project over here for these guys. They're going to be able to get this without my intervention, which is awesome. They get plus 25 wealth for each different desert animal within 2 range of this, so they have one different kind with the rattle. Oh, they have 2 different kinds, actually, so that's why they're getting that 50 bonus, and they get the additional 30 for each mineral within the resources, so that's awesome. Each different desert animal, which means I could transmute this into an armadillo with the exotic aspect. I don't actually have that yet, but it may be something I want to consider. Their danger levels are still good too, which means that they're still not getting very much greed, but the market will finish itself off. Oh, wait a minute here. We actually need to have a neighbor that has 20 wealth in use. That's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to have to do then is get the rock giant over here and put down some precious mineral sources nearby. And that actually makes perfect sense for us because we have a trade post started over here. And you know, perhaps I actually might want to use exotic animals for that. That makes more sense. So let's go ahead and put down the exotic animals right adjacent to the minerals. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. That's a predator aspect. That's not what we want to do. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that next to the minerals because I think there might be a kind of symbiosis we can get if we put a mountain animal down next to a mineral source here. Plus 10 tech if next to a plant, so maybe I should consider changing that into a precious mineral? That's probably for the best. Meanwhile, we've got this guy over here to put down another domestic animal source nearby, so we'll go ahead and place that right there. Get the shrine boosted up for the animal bonus. And let's see what kind of transmutations we can get here. We have the herd or the hunt, and I have the herd, so that's basically my only option. There we go, we transmute that, and with a potent herd aspect, it gives more food and do great if they can eat small herbs. So let's go ahead and put this here. The swamp giant is actually able to put down the herbs right next to the deer so we can get that symbiosis boost going with those guys. And maybe if we put another deer right next to that, we'll get yet another symbiosis, and that would be fantastic. Do another potent herd aspect here, hopefully. Transmute this into a deer. It gets plus 4 food and 2 awe if there's a dandelion, foxglove, or nightshade within animal range. And we do indeed have dandelions. We could transmute this into a nightshade with a toxic aspect, which we will get if we use a swamp ambassador, and I think that might happen soon. We do have a nomad settling here, so that would be fantastic. And this gets plus 8 tech and plus 4 nature if next to a plant. I might want to consider that as well. But what we need really here is yet another animal, so we're going to go ahead and put down another domestic animal right within their borders. Get that transmuted up to a deer, hopefully. And that will create yet more awe for this particular area. That fertility boost is almost charged, so we'll go ahead and try for just a regular potent herd aspect, hopefully. We did get it. Okay, so that's fantastic. So these guys are going to have quite a bit of food. Their greed might go up, but their awe is allowing them to grow faster without increasing greed. If the difference between a resource and the resource in use is smaller than 20 awe, the village will not get greedy. Unfortunately, that is not the case. They only have 16, so they are going to get greedy. I need to get more awe in their lives, and how am I going to do that? Perhaps one more dandelion might do the trick. Let's go ahead and try that out. See if we can increase the awe of this patch by putting down these things here. No, we didn't. It didn't do it only one time, unfortunately. Okay, well, what do we need to do here? We need to use these guys. Animals within borders stacks up to 3 times, and those animals are just within the borders here. We need to use a potent predator or exotic. We do indeed have the predator aspect here, so we're going to use a fertility boost on that patch. Get these guys transmuted up to these. If humans can access herbs and chemicals nearby, that would be good. Market is completed. We can give this guy the hunt aspect. What other possibilities lie? We can get the noble aspect, which is always a good one. That's not a good idea, and this guy can't pick it up. In fact, I think the forest giant is the only one that's actually eligible to pick up an ambassador, so I guess that decision was made for me, wasn't it? Alright, so he has indeed given this the fertility boost. We're going to use the predator aspect, I believe. Yeah, that's what I want. Or, you know, exotic actually might be a better idea, too. Let's go ahead and try for that. We did indeed get it, and we've got plus 1 animal range of at least 2 danger on this patch, and we get plus 1 wealth for each patch within animal range with at least 10 tech. Unfortunately, that's not actually happening here for us. This is not really working for symbiosis. We might want to rethink this entire strategy. But in the meantime, they're going to be using that 20 wealth, which is really... Actually, yeah, you know what? The market is already finished, so we don't really need to worry about that anymore. They'll just do their own thing, I think. We're going to leave them be. Now, the plantation has started. Let's go look at our smaller projects real quick. I think the trade post, the Dark Castle, is about to finish on its own. The tool shop needs a little bit of tender, loving care, so let's go ahead and work on that real fast. But we do have this forest ambassador we need to assign to somebody. Crystal aspect is tempting. I think I might want to go for that right away. That way we have all of the ocean giants things, and we don't need to worry about that any further. The university is going to be a good one to get. In fact, I think that might be one where we can allow ourselves to get 50 of each resource, so we definitely want to consider that possibility. 4 plants and 125 food. That shouldn't be a problem. What have these guys got going on here? They got blueberries right there. All kinds of mackerel. They can definitely stand to put more plants here. Should be pretty easy. So let's go ahead and plant some fruit. Take care of business straight away for those guys. What kind of bonuses does this building get? Plus 15 food for each animal and plus 25 food. Huh. So we have a decision to make here, it looks like. Can we transmute this into beavers? Oh, we just changed it, though. Alright, so we're going to have to look at our possibilities of changing these into domestic animals. Perhaps what I want to do, transmute this into strawberries. Like so. Potent fruit aspect is not yet possible, unfortunately, but we may get another forest ambassador just as a result of this, so we'll have to think about that. Waiting for the fruit plant, and I'm going to bring the ocean giant over here to create the domestic animals, so these guys can get their massive food bonus from having the beavers inside the area of the borders. In fact, that's going to give them 40 more food as soon as we get that down, which is crazy. Now we've got another fruit plant to put down here, and I think the beavers actually might get a symbiosis from that, so that'll be fantastic. Okay, so things are looking good here. As soon as the ocean giant comes over, we'll have a lot more to get rid of that way. The rock giant could stand to pick up the desert ambassador. I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and transmute this because it's not really helping them otherwise, and I'm not really concerned about that village regardless, so I'll let them kind of do their own thing. Danger is not high enough here, but they're not growing anyway, so I'm not entirely concerned with that. Things are moderately peaceful here, despite nothing really happening, which is kind of why that is. I'm going to go ahead and put down some minerals over here, though, so these guys can grow into their footing, I suppose I want to say. Let's see what kind of symbiosis we can get here. We transmute this, plants, and sunbathe on mineral rocks. If I do a lesser exotic on here, I think that might be better off for me. So let's go ahead. These guys need wealth and technology, so either one of these could be good for them. I think I'm going to go with the wealth, considering this gives a bigger bonus to tech, so I might as well try for that. And I'll have to put down an advanced mineral source, it seems, so I might want to just put down exotic animals on the other side of the town so I can get their thing going straight away. The domestic animals right within range here. Immediately transmute this. Ooh, 2 lesser hunt aspects. I do have that. So I'm going to have to... Oh, ow. I don't know why I presented that as a problem, actually. I guess I wasn't expecting to actually have this. So here we go. Very good. Wait a minute. That only required 1 hunt aspect. Alright, I'm not complaining. So, check that out. Massive bonus. But one more requirement remains. They need 1 more source of plants, and this patch is empty. So that'll be easy enough. We're going to go ahead and put that down right there. And these guys should easily get up to their requirements for the plantation, which is a very, very good building to have, at least in my opinion. Now, the lesser leaf, we can transmute this into a strawberry, which there's not really a reason not to, because it's not actually next to anything else, so we might as well get that going. Gets plus 5 off next to another strawberry, so I think I'm going to go ahead and plant another fruit source there. Meanwhile, this guy I think needs to come over here and get some more domestic animals for these guys, although this actually might be an exotic animal. I don't remember. Huh. Well, I guess we can put down something and we can see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to put down an advanced mineral source right here, so these guys can get the bonus they need to get the tool shop finished, and that should finish just in time. Meanwhile, there's only 2 other projects being built. The university is what I should be focusing on next. These guys get plus 15 technology for each animal and plus 5 food and tech for each plant. So I'm really looking for animals and plants that get a symbiosis for being next to each other. This thing gets an animal nest bonus for being next to the frogs, and they get the bonus being next to the elderberry, so I think if I could create that again, that's probably within my best interest. Let's see if the domestic animals are indeed a result of the poison dart frogs or whatever I'm creating over there. It's a great frog, and that's just as good, I feel. That's probably okay. Alright. I'm happy with that. Now, these guys get plus food and plus 1 animal range if next to an elderberry. What do these guys get? They don't get the same thing, but they do get this, and that's really all that matters, I suppose. What was I thinking when I was doing that? I can't really remember. Alright, regardless, let's do this. Plus 5 food and plus 10 tech for each plant, and plus 15 technology for each animal. So as long as I just put down more animals right there, I think that should be good. Now the tool shop has been finished, so the only two projects being worked on right now are the university and the other tool shop, or the plantation rather, which is going to finish itself very shortly. This gets a symbiosis just the way it is right now, and this thing gets a massive boost just because of the plants and the animals that it has within range. They need a little bit more wealth, and I think that's almost all they need. Let's see. If I put down some exotic fish, that should do the trick, although, you know, I might be better off just putting down the regular guys and hoping I can transmute that into a clownfish or something like that. Now, the bank has started in Lame Cliff Tribe. They need a ton of wealth, which I'm guessing they'll get some bonuses from other things. Domestic animals, ho! We can transmute this into a parrotfish, which gives small amounts of wealth, but their homes provide a boost for wealth and tech depending on diversity. So we can put different kinds of fish in there, and I think that's going to be good for them. Lesser herd will transmute that, so that's indeed what I want to do here, which is weird because the herd aspect adds food, so that's kind of a strange aspect to transmute that into. Plus 2 wealth and 2 tech for each other animal within, or each other different fish type, rather, within animal range. So if I just go ahead and put that down right there, that'll immediately give it a symbiosis boost, and these guys will have more than enough to get their project completed so I can focus on the other guys. Now, the only giants I have left to give an ambassador, I think, are the rock giant, who can't use it. The swamp giant can indeed, and I think that is who will get it. The reaction aspect will be very good for me. Now, let's focus on other things, shall we? The sacrifice altar is not a good project, and I disapprove of it. You shall not build such a disgusting thing. I deplore you of such activities. Destroy it, rock giant, you bastards. How dare you. Now, the bank in Lame Cliff Tribe. Wow, look at how far away they're building that. Gains 100% double wealth from neighboring patches, plus 25 food and plus 25 wealth for each lychee, topaz, and chili powder. Well, you know what we're doing here. We're making some freaking topaz, ain't we? Alright, Mr. Rock Giant, you come on over here, buddy. I think we can make topaz here. I hope so. The university has been completed. Fantastic news. And let's see who only has 2 ambassadors here. The forest giant's going to be taking this one, it looks like, and he should be getting the, well, he's going to be leveling up his abilities, it seems, because he's the only one that can take it, so I'm alright with that. These guys all have 2, so he's the only one available. Now, hopefully, this will turn into topaz if I transmute it. Indeed, it will be the case. He is creating some great stuff, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and transmute this straight away and give this a massive bonus. Plus 25 food and plus 25 wealth for each topaz within range. That is brilliant. These guys are getting a lot of greed probably pretty soon, so I might want to consider transmuting these into another source of rattlesnakes. I am going to indeed do that, so let's bring this guy over and use the predator aspect right there on the desert tortoise and indeed create another set of exotic animals right adjacent to that patch. Actually, what's already here? Desert tortoise. Let's go ahead and put down yet another right there. We've got 2 desert tortoise here, so it's probably within my best interest to put the other one right there. That way we get the symbiosis bonus, I believe, plus something wealth for each desert tortoise within range. That's very good. Transmute that, and then we can get potent exotic to give wealth for versatile uses. These guys have just enough danger to stop their greed growth. Things are looking great. I'm really happy with what's going on right now. We're already above 800 prosperity. These guys alone are only at 200, so we may be able to get them up to what we need. We still need to transmute this to get these guys to have yet another bonus for the topaz, and I think technology is really what I should be considering for the next upgrade. So I'm going to change these 2 things right here into sources of advanced minerals, considering I don't need, well actually I kind of do need more wealth. Oh, this is a questionable decision here. Ooh, this is dangerous. They're not actually getting this thing right here. It's, oh yeah, I got to transmute that, that's why. Okay, so advanced mineral source right there. Huh, let's see. Do I have reaction? I do indeed. So I could transmute this. If animals are nearby, it gets a massive bonus. So, oh boy, this is a tricky call here. Because they need a lot more. And I gotta consider these too, because they get plus 25 wealth for each different desert animal within 2 range of this market. So they already are getting the maximum bonus from that. I'm going to transmute this straight away. Potent reaction aspect. Must be on a swamp. Can't do that one. That's a bummer. Well, it could give tech. Best when tested against dangerous beasts. So, if I put the rattlesnakes here instead of here, that's a lot better for me. That's an interesting proposition. I think I'm going to have to take it up on that. So, let's go ahead and put down this right there. And that's going to create an awesome freaking bonus for these guys. Plus 10 tech, very good. Transmute them immediately with the predator aspect into a rattlesnake. I'm focusing almost entirely on getting this bank done, because if I can get these guys above 300 prosperity, that's going to be awesome. That's going to get me 2 achievements in the same game. I'm going to be so happy with that. Oh wow, look at these guys. This is cool. Okay. Whew, this is good. This is good. I'm feeling good. Now I'm going to put another predator aspect on here, just give them a little bit more danger and get them up into that good level right there. Very nice. Okay, that didn't actually change it, but whatever, I'm fine with that. Now, changing this into a different exotic animal is what I need to do. They have 2 rattlesnakes here. We only need the 1. And I think that should keep them in this danger level, although we will soon find out. Okay, that's not enough, so we need a little bit more danger. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, well, let's see here. What we can do is, well, we're not going to be able to get any kind of tech bonus from there, so I suppose I might as well just change that back into a rattlesnake. Get their danger levels back up and keep them from getting any more greed, although, oh boy, that didn't actually do it. Oh, that sucks. Well, what can we do to give these guys more danger? Does it give them more danger if I just put another aspect on there? I thought for sure it did, but I might have been mistaken. No, it doesn't. Okay, well, that stinks. Alright, what do we need to do here? 75 technology. How are we going to make that? That is an obscene amount. Well, they get that tech bonus if next to an animal, and oh boy, they get plus 25. Okay, so this is only for the topaz just existing. I don't think it has to be next to it. So what we could do here is create another advanced mineral here and transmute this into the copper, because it gets plus 10 tech. Oh, these guys are going to war. Oh god, I was so peaceful up to this point, guys. Damn it, why do you gotta do that? Oh well, okay, so crystal aspect or reaction aspect, that's indeed what I need. So transmute this into copper, and then what we'll have to do is switch these 2 out. So as soon as this is done, I'm gonna plant the exotic animals right there, and hopefully get a nice bonus going. Dark Castle has already been annihilated. Thankfully, my prosperity is still high enough to where I can get that going on. And, okay, so this is good. Gives a massive tech bonus when used against dangerous beasts. Perhaps I should try for that. I should have brought the Forest Giant over here a long time ago, and I'm really running out of time here. This is no good. I really want to get this bank done. This is insanely difficult. And they're not using any food. Why do they not have food? They get the... Oh, man. Oh, it's the topazes within the range of the city. Oh, no. So that took away that food bonus. Okay. This is a very difficult project. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, let's take a look real quick. This is the only desert town, so it's really my only choice. I only have freaking, like, 24 seconds left, so I've got to try. I've got to at least try. Let's do this. Turning this into a potent reaction aspect with this fertility boost. Like so. I'm going to wait for it to prop up with the freaking up arrows. There we go. Okay, and go like so. And it's got plus 5 tech for each 1 danger on this patch, and that's not even happening. I need to get these exotic animals going right now. This gets lychee. I don't even know how you make chili pepper, man. I have no idea. Let's try it with herbs. Why not? We've only got 1 chance anyway. Now, these guys need to be transmuted with the predator aspect because it turns them into danger, and these guys need more danger in their lives. These are great ginger, and it turns into great dragon fruit. Oh, God. I don't even know what that is. Great ginger gets plus 20 tech if next to an animal nest. Oh, my goodness. All right, why aren't you doing... Oh, he's asleep. They're all falling asleep. Man, this is insanely difficult. Okay, well, yeah, we didn't do it, guys. We didn't do it. 265 prosperity, man. That's okay. Now, what can I do here? Potent exotic. Let's try for it. He's asleep, isn't he? Alright, move you over here real fast. No, he's not doing it. Oh, they're all going to bed. No, the ocean giant's the only one left. Ocean giant, buddy, we tried so hard, man. We tried so hard. Look at you. Oh, look at the little fishies. Holy cow, you guys. Alright, well, we got an arrow with 800 prosperity. That's a success right there. Okay, so here's the thing. If you've tuned in all the way to the end here, I feel like you're the kind of person who's interested in finding out whether or not I could do this. I'm considering, because the 30-minute eras are kind of limiting us to the amount of achievements we can unlock, I'm considering doing 60-minute eras, but unfortunately I don't really have the internet connection to really even facilitate a 60-minute upload. Well, the Twitch live streams that you guys are seeing are in 480p, so those don't take nearly as long to do. But I'm considering doing 60 minutes split into 2 videos that I would upload just synchronously between each other. So let me know if you're interested in that. If you're interested in seeing a 60-minute era split into 2 separate videos, let me know with a comment and I will accommodate accordingly, or I can just try to live stream those some more. If you guys want to follow the live stream, that's twitch.tv/BaerTaffy. We can try to do more of those in the near future. As for now, though, we'll continue with these 30-minute runs, see what we can accomplish. We've probably got a new achievement that we can focus on next time. We can easily try to get those 50 of each resource ones. I was trying desperately to get these 300 desert town accomplishments achieved. But regardless of all that, thanks so much for watching. My name's Baer. I'll see you next time.